Yo, what's good, fight fans? Welcome back to Ring Ruler, the ultimate spot for all things boxing, where we break down the hottest news, fights, and drama in the sport. Today, we're diving into a massive update that's got the boxing world buzzing like never before. Gervonta Tank Davis is shaking things up with a brand new trainer plan, and experts are saying his rematch with Lamont Roach on June 21st is going to be a completely different animal compared to their first clash. This is huge, y'all, and trust me, you're going to want to stick around to the end because we've got some spicy details that'll blow your mind. If you're hyped for this, smash that like button, hit subscribe to Ring Ruler, and let's jump right into the action. All right, let's get to the meat of this story. Rumors are flying left and right, and if you've been scrolling through X lately, you've probably seen the chatter about Gervonta Davis making some big changes in his camp. After his controversial majority draw against Lamont Roach on March 1st, it seems like Tank's team is rethinking their entire approach. Now, we don't have an official announcement yet on who the new trainer is, but the word on the street is that Tank's looking for someone to take his game to the next level. This isn't just a minor tweak. This could be a game changer for one of boxing's biggest stars. Think about it. Tank's been dominating the lightweight and super featherweight divisions for years, with a record of 30 wins, no losses, and 28 knockouts. But that draw against Roach? It raised some eyebrows. Some fans and analysts are saying it exposed cracks in Tank's armor, and now his team is scrambling to fix them before the rematch. So, why the switch? Let's rewind to that first fight. If you watched it, you know it was a war. Roach came out swinging, bringing pressure that Tank wasn't expecting. The 9th round was the moment everyone's still talking about. Tank took a knee after a flurry from Roach, and the crowd went wild. The New York State Athletic Commission didn't rule it as a knockdown, but it sparked a ton of debate. Was Tank hurt? Was it a strategic move to catch a breather? Whatever it was, it showed that Roach could hang with the best. Posts on X from fans and insiders suggest that Tank's current team might not have prepared him well enough for Roach's relentless style. That's where this new trainer comes in. Sources are hinting that Tank's looking for someone who can sharpen his footwork, tighten his defense, and maybe even help him stay calmer under pressure. Could it be a legendary coach like Freddie Roach or someone totally unexpected? We'll keep you posted on Ring Ruler as soon as we hear more, but for now, this move is sending shockwaves through the boxing community. Now, let's talk about why this rematch is going to be must-see TV. Lamont Roach isn't just some underdog who got lucky, he's a legit threat. With a record of 24 wins, 2 losses, and 9 knockouts, he's proven he can compete at the highest level. That first fight was a wake-up call for Tank. Roach wasn't intimidated by Tank's power or his reputation. He pressed the action, landed clean shots, and had Tank on the ropes, literally and figuratively. Experts like trainer Robert Garcia have been vocal about this. Garcia said in a recent interview that Roach exposed some holes in Tank's game, especially when it came to handling. Constant pressure. He thinks Tank struggled to adjust to Roach's high output and aggressive style. That's a big deal because Tank's used to overwhelming opponents with his speed and power. But Roach? He didn't back down. Lamont Roach Sr., who's not only Roach's dad but also his trainer, is hyping up the rematch like crazy. He told Boxing Scene that this fight is going to be even better than the first one. He believes his son has the blueprint to beat Tank now. Roach Jr. himself is oozing confidence. In a recent post on X, he said he's felt Tank's power and isn't fazed. He even claimed he's faced harder hitters in the past. That's a bold statement when you're talking about a guy who's knocked out 93% of his opponents. Roach's camp is banking on the fact that they've studied Tank's tendencies. They know he likes to counterpunch. They know he can get caught if you swarm him, and they're ready to exploit that. If Tank's new trainer doesn't address these issues, we could see an upset for the ages. What's at stake here? Oh, just about everything. For Gervonta Davis, this fight is about proving he's still the king. A convincing win could shut down the critics who say he was exposed in the first fight. It would also solidify his status as one of the pound-for-pound best and keep his undefeated record intact. But if he slips up, a loss to Roach could derail his momentum and cost him big opportunities. Speaking of opportunities, Roach recently spilled some tea that's got everyone talking. Apparently, Tank missed out on a massive payday to fight Jake Paul because of the draw. Yup, you heard that right. Jake Paul, the YouTuber turned boxer, was ready to throw millions at Tank for a mega fight. But that draw put a dent in those plans, and now Tank's got even more motivation to come out swinging. For Lamont Roach, this is the chance of a lifetime. A win over Tank would make him a two-weight world champion and cement his name in boxing history. He'd go from being a respected contender to a household name overnight. The boxing world is split right down the middle on this one. Some fans think Tank's new trainer plan is going to make him untouchable. They're betting on him coming out sharper, hungrier, and ready to dominate. Others are riding with Roach, believing he's got the heart and the game plan to pull off the upset. The fight's set to take place in Las Vegas, and with a sold-out crowd expected, the atmosphere is going to be electric. This isn't just a rematch. It's a legacy-defining moment for both fighters. Let's take a step back and look at what makes this fight so intriguing. Tank Davis is a superstar, no question. His highlight reel knockouts against guys like Leo Santa Cruz and Ryan Garcia have made him a fan favorite. But he's not invincible. The Roach fight showed that when you take away his rhythm, he can struggle. His new trainer's job is to make sure that doesn't happen again. Will they focus on keeping Roach at a distance with jabs? Or maybe drill Tank on slipping punches and countering more effectively? Whatever the plan is, it's gotta be airtight because Roach isn't coming to play. On the flip side, Roach's team is leaning into their underdog status. They're using the doubters as fuel. Roach Sr. has been working on his son's conditioning, making sure he can keep up that high-pressure style for all 12 rounds. They're also studying tape on Tank, looking for any tells or habits they can exploit. One thing's for sure, Roach isn't going to be intimidated. He's already gone toe-to-toe with Tank once, and he's ready to do it again. The question is, can he capitalize on the momentum from the first fight and turn a draw into a win? Yo, Ring Ruler fam, I want to hear from you. Who's got the edge in this rematch, Tank or Roach? Do you think Tank's new trainer plan is going to make the difference, or is Roach about to shock the world? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and let's get this debate poppin'. And while you're at it, hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And we're so close to hitting 10K subscribers on Ring Ruler. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. We're dropping fire content every week, breaking down the biggest fights and the juiciest drama in boxing. Before we wrap up, let's talk about what this fight means for the sport. Boxing thrives on moments like this, when two warriors step into the ring with everything on the line. Tank vs. Roach 2 isn't just about belts or bragging rights. It's about heart, strategy, and the will to prove who's the best. Whether you're Team Tank or Team Roach, one thing's for sure. June 21st is going to be a night to remember. So grab your popcorn, invite your friends, and get ready for a slugfest that could steal Fight of the Year honors. That's it for today's video, Ring Ruler crew, but we're far from done. We've got more exclusive boxing news, fight breakdowns, and hot takes coming your way, so stay locked in. Check out our last video on the latest Canelo Alvarez rumors right here on Ring Ruler. It's a banger. Subscribe, hit that bell, and let's keep the boxing vibes going strong. Until next time, stay in the ring, keep your hands up, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.